Okay, I just want to make sure you guys don't fall over. There we go. All right, let me make sure that you can hear me. And we'll wait till a few people jump in. I actually have my stuff set up this time, you guys. And I hope that the mic is working, because that would be funny if I just said that and then it's not. Oh my goodness. Oh, of course. Okay, let's see. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me. Oh my goodness, there's just been so much with this. So let's see. Oh yeah, you can hear me. Okay. Hi, how you doing? Good morning. How you doing? This is a doozy. Do say hello, because sometimes you guys don't always pop up in the numbers for whatever reason. I don't know why. So it's weird, because like I know you're here. I can see on my phone and stuff when people are jumping in, but the computer doesn't always show me right away. But that's okay, because I should be upgrading the internet soon. Woo-woo, let's hope. Okay, fingers crossed. No, I will be. We're gonna, yeah, put it that way. What's up, turds, nerds, freaks, and geeks, and all that's in between? It's me, your girl, Daisy Dame, and welcome back to my channel. I'm genuinely blessed to have you here, and please do hit the like. It means a lot. I'm gonna try and discuss or like talk about some of the stuff that's going on with Popcorn Planet, Ryanupchurch, and xanamayx, because this whole ordeal, oh my goodness, you guys. For those who follow my channel, like from the very start of the case, I was like, let's not worry about that right now. Like, let's put that aside. Let's not focus on that, right? And for the case, for the most part, I focused on the case, unless I put out like those shorts and then I would talk about it, but never like in long form. For me, it was like, I just wanted to stick to what was going on. You know, I really respect Plunder for being able to do that, you know? Whew, you guys. I know that I am just another human being like anybody else. I get sucked up in these cases, you know. Some of us, we end up really feeling for the families, really feeling for the people in it, you know, and I can't even help it. But okay, let's get into it. All right, let's get into the main gist of everything. Why you're here, because I have a lot of notes. And honestly, I kind of commend people like Zap Girl and such, and don't forget to hit the like, for just doing what they're doing, because they do it in a very well way as well, you know, a very decent, appropriate way. So recently, xanamayx was on Popcorn Planet with Andy Signor and Lewis from the Nerd Report. And I'm going to say from the start, I kind of wish Steph the Alter Nerd was there, because first of all, I love her accent. I think she's amazing. And second of all, I think possibly, and this is just speculation, y'all, but xanamayx may have felt more comfortable with a female by her side. You know, hi, thanks so much for joining me. And I'm not saying that, you know, xanamayx can't hang with the boys. You know, go off, you do your thing, boo-boo. You know, they can do your thing. Some girls are like that. But I'm just saying, like, as a whammon, it would make me feel a little bit comfortable. Right. Plus, Steph is just super nice. Like, genuinely, they seem like a really good, cool person. And another point I want to make is that they also research what they're looking into. Like, they actually go into the cases. And I get it. Andy's busy. He's a busy guy. I don't dislike anybody. I really don't. I don't dislike anybody in this. I just think that some people have been a little bit reckless at times, and that happens. So Andy should have looked more into the case. Like, that should have been that on that. You should never have invited someone onto your channel without knowing all the little nitty-gritty details, right? That was like a little bit alarming to me. And I get it. Maybe there's that thing about xanamayx possibly being a past sub and things like that. So we'll get into that later. So who is xanamayx? What does this matter? What does any of this matter? Right? And that's why I was like, what is this? What is this, you guys? This is no longer about Kylie Rodney at all, you guys, at all. And that's the thing about Andy. It's like, I don't want to call anybody out. I don't want to be that person. Who am I? Right? Like, I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal and be like, bop, 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 I'm going to shake my finger at you. You better apologize. I'm holier than thou. No, who am I, right? Like, I'm just a normal person like anybody else. I can accept that. Some people can't. I'm not saying that he's one of those people, but I'm saying he's got a certain view. So anywho, let's go on. Zandy Mae is a kind of like an offshoot character of the Kylie Rodney case. And this is going to get a little wild, so stick with me because we're going for this ride together. It's been a roller coaster ride, that's for sure. And as I stated, it ended up being that it's kind of ending up where it's not so much about Kylie anymore. Yes, as far as we all know, Kylie has been found and there's been no toxicology, none of this. And we are due to hear about that in November. So that's where that's at, right? And so I'm like, okay, what is all this side fluff that was on the side going on? Because I saw, like, and genuinely, I'm not trying to be rude, but I did not know about Ryan Upchurch before any of this. I'm one of those people that had no idea, like no idea, straight up. And I got no problem with country rap and singing boys, okay? I lived near West Virginia, or well, I guess in West Virginia, but I was so much closer to Pittsburgh that it was like I was in PA, but whatever. So technically, I'm in West Virginia for a bit, right? And so I get it. Like, there's cool people there. There was some of the best people in the world in those areas, believe it or not. I know people are like, oh my gosh, certain areas, it's just bad. No, there's some good people everywhere, right? But I get it. You want to be a self-made country star, that's great. Like, you were able to do that on your own. And I do appreciate that. Like, I'm not opposed to being like, good job on that, dude, for sure. Like, that's a good thing. So Zandy Mae is connected to the whole ordeal of the Kylie Rodney case because she was on a podcast or a show. I don't know. I'm just thinking All American Rejects. That's so mean. But this Tony Dodge guy is such a weird character, you guys. Please hit the like. This is like, I'm going to give you some things that nobody has brought up yet. And I would really appreciate your help. Thank you. Okay, Tony Dodge. Sus Among Us. Like, that's what I wanted to name this stream, was like the sus among us, because some of these people are a little sus and they are not making things any better on themselves. Okay, where does Tony Dodge fit in? Tony Dodge was the very first channel to get a hold of Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith was at the time Kylie Rodney's best friend. Yes, that's my mom look. Oh, how dare you say best friend? It just makes me so sad. So as time went on, we would learn that Sammy was not as close of a friend, was not the bestest of best friends. It was clearly Meg's, because holy crap, that poor girl, like, she is every time I see her, my heart just breaks for this little girl, because I'm like, dang, that was her best friend. Like, you can tell she actually cared. She is like one of the only people I can see visibly and feel their pain. Like, oh my gosh, this poor thing. Somebody go hug that little girl. Like, oh my God, like, what is going on? And nobody else showed any sense of emotion to that degree in this whole ordeal. And it does make things strange. It does make the whole circumstance like, So Zandy Mae is somehow on Tony Dodge's podcast. Zandy Mae, for many, apparently, yeah, I don't disagree with you. I still think that they can be sus, and I still think they can be hurting. I still think that you could have done something wrong. You know you did it, and that's what hurts even more. And we'll get to that. Trust me, I'm with you. Oh my goodness. And like I said, I just fell way too hard into this case, you guys. I really try not to. I'm like, I'm a mom, okay? This stuff weighs on me. I can't fathom my life without the king. I get worked up just thinking about it. So I don't know. Some of the behavior is strange to me. Maybe it's just the fact that it's like a small little town, and we're going to get into that too. So that's where these characters fit in. They are on that podcast. Sammy was the first. He somehow got Sammy on his show. And mind you, this is a smaller channel, and that's no problem. Some smaller channels are the best channels on YouTube, and that's facts on God. You can't change my mind about that. Some of the best channels have like 1,000 something subs. It's just the algorithm gods, it is what it is. Like, I genuinely believe that my content is well edited. I genuinely believe that, I've created some really beautiful, entertaining works of art, and I'm happy for that, right? So anywho, yeah, let's get to Tony Dodge. Sorry. So sus, so weird. somehow lands the interview with Sammy, right? But how? How would he, this smaller YouTuber, get that? Yes, I know, right? Dodge as in dodge all the questions. Dodge as in dodge out of there. Like, he's good. Dodge as in, like, dodge the bus and let it run over Xaname. Like, poor Xaname. Genuinely, I do feel bad for Xaname too. And I know people are going to be, oh my gosh, Daisy, how could you feel bad for Xaname? I again, they could still be guilty and you can still feel bad for someone just that little bit. Cause I'm sure, like, feeling that the weight of the internet, the pressure, that's got to be hard, right? It's got to be a lot on somebody. Please hit that like. Thank you guys for being here. Let's get more into it. Everyone is sus. They give me sus vibes. So somehow now we get to this point where Popcorn Planet is discussing the whole thing, not knowing a thing about it. And Lewis clearly knew more. So grateful that the nerd report was there. I just feel like he should have done more. He should have looked into it more. And also, if you're not guilty, then you don't have to worry, right? Like, that's my big thing about Xaname. If you haven't done anything wrong, if you're not concerned, then you don't have to worry. And the truth, it flows from you. It is fluid. It is just verbally and with your body. It is honest. It is honest. You will see it, you know? People have tells. That's why people have tells. Like, some people, if they're fibbing, they do a certain thing with their mouth or their eyeballs, right? They'll be like, twitch, twitch. Oh, why are you twitching? Oh, I don't know. It's nothing. Twitch, twitch. I did not go out last night. Twitch, twitch. Oh my gosh. You know, some people just have bodily tells. And I think some of these people in this case have those tells as well. So Popcorn Planet had the stream with Xaname, trying to clear up Xaname's side without even looking into the case, you guys. Andy, what good were you? What good were you? What good was this? What did you think this would do? You like to incite chaos. That's what you did. You woke up and you chose chaos. You woke up and said, who is this Xaname? Why are they, like, why am I hearing so much about him? And how do we get him on my channel? But then there's this story about how Xaname apparently was a fan for a long time. People were looking into that. Who knows? Maybe they are. But again, Xaname comes out of left field. Nobody knows who this person is. You guys know how YouTube is. If people are in the comments, you guys see each other. You kind of recognize that screen name in that picture, right? You best believe I do. Maybe it's just me, you know, who pays attention to my subscribers. I don't know. I'm sure other channels do. But where's she at? Where's she been? Genuinely out of left field. Genuinely. So why is he so defensive of Xaname? You don't know her. Just like Xaname was so defensive of the Ronnie guy. Oh, we'll get into that. The secret, like, non-existent Ronnie guy. Why was Xaname defending him, like, when she doesn't know him? Like, yeah, in the start, I was like, again, as I said, let's set all this aside. Because when things are current and active, we should be focusing on those things and not all the fluff, right? And then, since Kylie has been found, then you get to the fluff, right? So if Xaname has been telling the truth, this shouldn't make you angry. This shouldn't make you cry. You shouldn't be feeling forced to come out and talk about it. You shouldn't be feeling any of those things. You should be able to just talk about it. Why can't you just talk about it? Like, Xaname, you say that, why does everybody have to know every detail? We don't. We don't. Here's the thing. We don't. We didn't have to know any of it. You didn't have to say a thing. You put yourself in that position, my guy, my gal, my dude, my nerd. You put yourself in that position. So how are you going to be like, why do I have to explain myself? Because you done did it. You done put yourself there, okay? You put yourself there. You put a video out that put you there. So people are going to be like, whoa, that's curious. And then somehow, conveniently, Tony Dodge, don't forget to hit the like, you guys. I'll keep reminding you. Don't worry. And if you're just coming in, thank you for joining me. But Tony Dodge checks in on Facebook. Same area. Oh, that's weird. The sus among us, y'all. The sus among us. So did Xaname and Tony actually know each other? And did Tony run into Sammy somehow? Since he was there, maybe he saw Sammy and was like, yo, let's talk. Let's have this conversation. Like, what if he literally was like, I'm a YouTuber, like a big deal, right? But he only has like that, a couple thousand subs, whatever. No judgment again. You guys, I know that my channel is minuscule in the grand scheme of things, okay? Look at PewDiePie. If I could even get to 20K one day, bless my heart. I'm just glad we made it here. I'm so grateful. I can't, you guys. So let's go. It's the whole Tony Dodge thing is sketch. Right? Exactly. You have 42 subs. That's right. Exactly. And I'm just so grateful. Like, I get it. I get that YouTube is not for everyone. I get that YouTube is not going to promote everyone. I get that I'm stuck in like the bad girl corner because I said too many things, I guess. And that's why my videos are not pushed out by any means, because they're always within guidelines. They're always different and creative. You know what I mean? It's weird, right? But it's okay. I accept that. And I'm cool with that. So let's go on with this. Yeah, and you should have been prepared, man. You should have been prepared. You were not prepared. You chose chaos and you were not prepared for the chaos. That's what happened. There has to be a reason for the connection. When Tony did the interview with Sammy, it is different than his normal background. Where was Tony? Where was Tony? Where was he? Like others were saying, where he was at, it didn't sound insulated to me. Dude, they keep talking about a bus. Maybe the bus isn't figurative. Maybe it's a real bus and he's sitting there in his own bus. Like, how did he travel there? How did he travel there? Right? Oh, I love you guys too. Don't forget to hit the like. I really appreciate it. I just can't sit by and keep watching this madness and not say anything, you guys. I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it. But you know me. Especially when it was meant to be about Kylie Rodney, right? Like, genuinely, that is the reason why all of this began. And some people think that someone else's loss is their 15 minutes of fame. And that's a special kind of person, y'all. Makes me so mad. Grown adults fighting like children. Fighting like children. Dude said, your mom. To Upchurch. Ryan calls in and says, what's with this weird sketchy thing you said, bro? Super sketch. He says, your mom, dude. Makes jokes about the dude's mom. And one thing I will say, listen, and I say it. I call it as I see it. Ryan has been respectful to other females. It might not have been Zanny Mae because he doesn't see her as someone who's honest, someone who's credible, someone who's believable, someone who's true to their word, like none of it. So he has no respect there, right? But to any other female, dude's been helping out. I don't even know the one channel, like Perplex Cutie. I've seen some of their stuff now because of everything going on. I think their name's Laura. Ryan apparently like donated to them. And that's so sweet, you guys. I'm sure that just made her day. Like, you don't understand. Like, some of these creators really are just like getting by the skin of their teeth. So for him to do that, that's like so touching. That's a really nice thing. And it's all because the cojones to have that conversation, right? That's why. I just think that's commendable. Like, he's been cool to any other female in this situation, and we should recognize that. There's nothing wrong with acknowledging it and giving credit where credit is due. Okay? Right, not my type of music, but I like all kinds of music. I like bluegrass. I just don't go normally to country. Like, I guess bluegrass is still in that genre, but you know what I mean. It's a genre of its own. So these are grown people. Grown people. Oh my gosh. And then xanamay. Oh my goodness. First of all, they try and like just tell their life story, and that's fine. You want to tell about yourself. You want to get to know people, like have them get to know you a little bit. That's great. But every sob story ever in your life is not necessary at this moment, right? Do you guys see how this is like a moot point? Like, a moot point, like that does not need to be there. Like, we're talking about this circumstance. Tell me a thing or two about you and keep it pushing, boo-boo. Like, why are we talking about your whole life? Like, come on, man. We all been through things. We all been through these things. And to be like, I'm a savior. I'm a hero. Okay, cool, man. Cool. Cool, man. Cool. So, yeah, most people are curious what's going on with Zan. Why were they even there? Oh my gosh. And another thing that stuck out to me that nobody else is going to point out to you guys. I promise you that. xanamayx said they went there for mental health. Who goes on a mental health trip and searches for a lost child that they know they could find in a compromising, terrible sadness way? Right? Like, how is this good for your mental health? How is this good? How did you think, oh, my mental health is a little rocky right now, I'm going to go kayak because somehow that is my favorite thing to do, right? I'm just speculating, but that might make your mental health worse. And if you guys do see Finley jumping around in the background, listen, there's nothing I can do about him. He has he is a wild creature. Finley. Even the axolotl is watching. He's like, what are you guys talking about? There he is. He looks like a bat. Okay, let's go on. So why would she go there for mental health when you're like doing the search for this missing person? That doesn't seem to work out for me. Like, that doesn't connect for me. Math ain't mathin'. People are asking xanamay, why did you go to this spot? Da da da. She said, because that's where I parked. Miss ma'am, no, no. How would searching for this missing girl be good for your mental health? It would not. There was 2 pings for xanamay that they had that many have seen. One was for where they were. One was for, oh, that's weird. What was that other one for? I think there's just a couple questions that xanamay was not fed the answers to that we still need. And I'm not trying to be rude by any means, boo-boo. I promise you. We could talk, xanamay. Like, I would talk with you. I really would. And you know, the interesting part is I feel as though, just allegedly, right? Could it be that Popcorn Planet used xanamay to force Ryan Upchurch's hand to go on his channel or force a response out of him? Big brain, I know, but I'm thinking over here today, okay? I had coffee. I woke up and chose chaos too. Okay, Popcorn Planet. So we were just going over how this would just not be good for someone's mental health. And thank you guys for being here. Please hit the like. I really appreciate it. You know, I just don't see why it's so hard to be honest. Like, if you're covering things up, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to get defensive. You're going to be on the defense, right? But like, if you're being honest and you're being truthful, there's no defense to be had. There's no blockage there. There's nothing you're trying to hide, nothing you're trying to cover up. Everything flows. I've got so many notes. I need to keep it going. Here's the thing. I did feel bad for Zanny. I did in the start because I felt as though people were dogpiling on them. I mean, put yourself in her position. Again, feeling the weight of the internet. I'm sure that could be hard for some. For others, they understand that the internet will do what the internet does, and that's the internet. Ain't nothing we can do about that. It is the way of the world now. We must just accept that. So it's curious, you guys. It's curious. It's okay, xanamay, if you wanted your 15 minutes, but this is not the way to do it. It's not, dude. It's not. And don't come out here and tell people, I didn't want to grow my YouTube channel. I just wanted to put a couple educational videos out there. For who? For who? xanamay, for who? For you? Oh, for you? Oh, for you? Oh, for you? What? For who? For who? Was it for the NASA? Was it for NASA? Because now xanamay works for NASA. They're in the military. In the reserves or something. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they're also a part of NASA now, you guys. So this, oh my gosh, that part alone, hit the like, you guys. That is going to fuel even more concern. More people are going to be like, NASA, no, NASA. They know that alone will cause more chaos. Like, it's like they're a fire starter and they're just like, hopping along through it like it's nobody's problem, except for, everybody else. Cool. It's madness. So Zanny says that Tony threw her under the bus, or implies that she's the one that's getting blamed. Blamed for what? Blamed for what? If there's no bus to be thrown at you, boo-boo, what you getting blamed for? There should be nothing to throw you under, right? But if there is something, that you just feel like you can't be honest about, that'll come out eventually. Like what's done in the dark will come out to the light. And I do feel that what Popcorn Planet has done will age so badly in just a couple months. That's just my view. What do you guys think? So Popcorn Planet says they got to get their side out. It's only fair. So on and so forth. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I so appreciate you guys. You're so amazing. Oh my gosh, let's talk about this Tony too. I'm not going to say what was in Tony's weird, freaky, funky late night text messages, okay? Like, oops. What you're into is your business. I don't, do your thing. As long as everybody's of age, consenting, alive, aware, instead of anything other than that. Because that's weird, dude. That's weird, Tony. That's weird. And people can say that to you. They're allowed to be like, that's weird. I think that's weird. Not into that. So I just want you guys to notice how Tony did not defend xanamay when all this did start. He did let xanamay just get questioned into the ground. He was like, go ahead, Ryan. Take the stage, Ryan. Say whatever you want to her. And he went and did his thing, right? Please hit the like, you guys. It means so much. And he did. He was like, take the heat. I'm sorry. That was funny. And it's so bad because Tony only stands up to Ryan when it's about him. Like, dude, oh my God, that does not look good, my guy. That doesn't look good. Like, that's weakness, dude. That's weakness. You let, because, xanamay will point out that she's a woman. You let a woman get suplex pile drived into the floor and just let it happen. You were like, that's fine. Hi, Ryan. How you doing? And listen, I got nothing against homegrown celebs, okay? Do your thing. I feel like that is way less than in Holly Weird's celebs. Like, what do I know? Could be a decent dude. I have no idea. What should he have said what he said about someone not existing at all? Probably not. But he also said some other things that he probably shouldn't have said, right? We all do. We all do when we're speculating. Some, it's a little bit further than others, and I do think that was too far. Just my opinion, but they also cleared that up and corrected that in a stream and made sure everybody knew where they were at now. So, yes, you guys, it was so weird. That Tony stuff was so weird. I was so uncomfortable. You guys, cringe really hurts me. It hurts me to my soul. When I cringe, I just want to I don't know. I feel like icky. It makes me feel ugh. So I think there's something going on. Because when she states that Tony let her get smacked by this bus, right? Like plowed right through her. Wow. She smirks. What you smirking at? What you smirking at, xanamay? What's funny? What's funny about any of this? It's not funny. Oh, it's so weird. It's weird. I guess she kind of fits in with the strangeness of that town, right? So she keeps making things worse for herself. This is the thing. You never had to explain yourself. You never had to come out and be like, this is me. This is what's going on. Nobody asked. It was like, nobody, xanamay. Nobody asked, xanamay. Like, no. Kind of like Gabby Hanna. You're just like, no. Sometimes you don't have to answer. Just stop. Just stop. Because you're fueling the fire and you know it. And Andy Signor, you fueled the fire and you know it. You didn't know a thing about it, and you still went on with this. You still brought her on, and you knew, and you're berating your chat, who are your members, like literally your members, dude. We're like, whoa. You should have looked into it, bro. Like, whoa, calm down. And you're yelling at them like, it's not a good look. None of this is a good look. She really does just keep making it worse on herself. What do you guys think? Have you been keeping up with everything? Are you as like sucked into this whole ordeal as I was? I literally was like, I have to talk about it. There's no way. So I do feel as though Ryan saying that again was too far. I'm going to admit that, right? But I will praise him when it's needed and say that that's wrong when it's needed. I have no problem with that. As for Laura, the perplex cutie, I think that, I don't know. She just likes doing the panels and things like that. I don't know her that well, so I can't say anything, but I do think it was nice that Ryan donated to her. I think that, you know, if he believes that she was deserving, then that's cool. I just don't think that she should like complain or get upset that no one was like paying attention to her, or like, because there was this panel that she was on with all these other channels and they were kind of just like speaking over her, not listening, not giving her a chance to talk. And when she's attempting to explain something that actually she was correct, they make, you know, some jokes, and it's locker room talk. If you don't want to hear the locker room talk, get out of the locker room, boo-boo. That is what it is. If you want to hang with the boys and you want to talk like the boys, you want to make jokes like the boys, you know, that's fine. You could do that. You could do that, right? Like, that's cool. Dark humor exists. Some people are fine with that, right? But you cannot say so to someone this horrible, rude joke, and then 5 seconds earlier you were yelling at them for even thinking that it was funny. But then you just made a joke about the glare being harmed. Like, dude, no. There's so much little chaos. See what I mean? In this whole ordeal, so much little chaos. So the glare, I don't know as well either. To me, he seems like one of the most authentic, you know. But I'm new to a lot of these channels, you guys. You can correct me if I'm wrong. And genuinely, like, she just seemed like she wanted to argue with him at that point. She was like, the glare, like, I don't know. Maybe she has some tension there. Maybe she thinks he's cute. I don't know. As for Andy, he was unprepared. He was out of his element. And the way, again, he berated supporters, absurd to me. Absurd. These are the people that support your life. They give you the ability to be here right now, to do what you do, right? That's very lucky. Some of us are not, you know, we're just not built to work the regular 9 to 5. And because of opportunities like YouTube and things like that, we've been given other ways to create and make ourselves of value to the world, right? I just think that you're taking advantage of that, and you should humble yourself maybe tiny bit, like with peace and love, all respect, you know? And Lewis seems like one of the most genuine to me as well. From Nerd Report, he seemed genuinely concerned about xanamay, and I think that he was the one that really actually cared about her. And I think that that's why also Steph the alternate should have been there, because Steph always brings in that breath of fresh air and just knocks the tension out of the room with one solid joke, with one like hip check, boom, out of the room. We're giggling, you know? And I appreciate that, because this is a lot of heavy stuff. And you have to be able to like giggle sometimes, right? Okay. Yeah, I know Lewis paid the most attention to this case. That was obvious. He looked like he genuinely wanted to help. Yeah, see, that's the thing is I don't know. You're canceled. You're funny. I just said I don't know about these people. So who am I, you know, to know? I don't. So you guys, if I get canceled for that, for not knowing about another channel, whew, that's not my hill. Not my hill. Nope. No, thank you. So anyways, why so defensive, anime? Again, the truth, it should be easy to explain. There shouldn't be anything to remember, right? It shouldn't be confusing. Don't forget to hit the like, you guys. And what do we say? Sponsor me B-rated sodas. One day, I'll have a sponsor, and it will be B-rated sodas. Okay, let's get back to it. Sorry for the ASMR lip smacking right there. I apologize. Okay. So if your whole chat is upset and concerned, like you may want to check on why. Like you may want to like check in with those who are always there for you, who show up every video no matter what. Like there are subs like that, you guys, that show up no matter what you create. They're there for you. And that is like the most amazing thing, right? So many people were unsubbing. They're like, this is it. I'm done with you. Da 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 da. You know, we just seen things like this happen. And so I genuinely did want to look up what the loss of subs could have been from last night, because I'm sure it's at least 1,000. And I don't want to be, Nancy Drew. I don't want to have to do all that work to look into those things. So if you see it, let me know. If not, we'll leave it at that. I'm sure that there was a mass exodus last night because of this whole thing, because of this whole ordeal. And these weren't just Creek Squad people, you guys. Like, I get it. I've had a couple of the Creek Squad in my comments, and honestly, I see it as banter. I see it as they're like trying to make jokes. So whatever, right? They're harmless. That's what I'm trying to say. So it was wrong for Andy Signor not to allow Ryan to come up. And I genuinely believe that. It was wrong to say, hey, you can't say a word, like put a muzzle on him, right? But let her talk. Like, no, if you want it to be fair, if you want it to be just, if you want it to be honest, like have a chit chat. Have a chit chat. Like, are we not all adults here? Are we not? Are we not, dude? Also, there was a few things that I needed to know, like about xanamay. And that is, why did you have diving gear with you then? Why did you have a skidoo that goes underwater that you can like literally be pulled around with and go all around? Like, are you scuba diver? Do you like scuba diving? What's up with that? How come you had that equipment? And how did you sleep in your car? If you had your canoe, right? Or whatever it's called, a kayak, which by the way, guys, kayaks are smaller. So could it possibly fit in their car? Maybe, who knows? But the dog's in there too. Where'd you sleep? Where'd you sleep? Because you said it was at a friend's house and then it was in your car. So I just don't see how there's room in the car. That's all. That's just my, thoughts. I don't know. Again, what do you guys think? Why was there diving gear? Why is there footprints down by Kylie's stuff in the water? How was there footprints down there before anybody got down there? How is that? Huh. Isn't that strange? I found a copy of the email that xanamay sent to Andy, and I just want to read that to you guys, okay? Because Andy from Popcorn Planet said that, xanamay contacted them. They had been a fan for a while. They wanted to talk about it. So here it is. Oh my goodness. Dear Andy, my name is xanamay. You may have heard about me recently. I am the one being attacked and cyberbullied by a bunch of creators who are white men. I saved my family. I am a fighter, a veteran, and a hero. I have survived so much, and I have served this country and others. And I also lost a friend to cyberbullying. I feel as though I've done a great injustice, and I would love to come on your show and discuss how I have been victimized with you. I have been a member and a sub and a donor for a long time. Please help me spread my heroic tale of my story and my pain. Signed, the forever victim, xanamay. There comes a choice when you could be the hero. You get to be the hero. Did you know that? You can be the hero. xanamay, you just keep making it worse on yourself. You keep opening yourself up to this. Why? I just don't get it. She called it a story as well. She has slipped up multiple times, and we call those Freudian slips. Yes, that's what we call them. So, is it your cousin or is it your niece? Which one was it, Zanny? And why is your name Xaname? Isn't Xanny's like something that like, you know, makes you sleepy? What is Xanny? Yeah, isn't that what they do? Isn't that weird? That's like some 2000s, early 2000s stuff with the X on the front and the X on the end. Just saying, that's edgy stuff back then, guys. Just saying. Why did she not really allow the video to be played when they were doing the when they were doing that podcast? They were doing like another panel. Why did she not play the video? Right? There was this thing where she was just not playing the video. She got all upset. She got all frustrated. And then she leaves. She says, "Thank you, Tony. I'm out. You have just screwed me over for the last time. We are not cuddling tonight because somehow we know each other and you're sleeping in my bathroom. But you know what? No cuddles for you, Tony, the weird guy. Weird guy, Tony." The whole thing has been fumbled. So basically, during this show, A Popcorn Planet, yes, exactly. It seems as though, and this is just my opinion, speculation, theory. Please hit the like, you guys. I really appreciate it. Please, please, please hit that like. It really helps me out. It tells I'm here still, you know, because people get unsubbed and they forget about me, and that makes me less sad. Or they don't forget, but they're like, "Where'd she go?" So, how many people disturbed that crime scene? I want to know. Because I'm sure it's a few. And we know that, right? We know it's a few. The entire case has been a mess from start to finish. Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to keep you much longer. Thank you for sticking it out with me. I really do appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys, you know, also being curious in these things and understanding that I'm not the only one, you know, who's been looking into this. All right. So it's been a story from the start from Xanamay, and that's just how I feel. I feel like everybody's getting that vibe. Bad vibes. Something's going on there. Again, is it your cousin or your niece? When you're honest and straightforward, you don't worry, you don't wonder, you don't think, you don't you don't sorry, you don't. You don't. You don't. It just comes out. Who'd you stay with? Was it your friend or was it in your car? Where'd you sleep in your car? Did you have space in your car? Just curious. I know, you guys. That's why I was like, I cannot, because I wanted to start streaming at like 10 this morning. And I was like, girl, you need to let people wake up because you're about to go spaz on this whole thing. And it is way too much for that early. And I can't do that to you guys. So I was like, I got to wait. We got a couple more pages to go through. Like I said, I appreciate it. Also, you dyed your hair, Zanny. Looks nice. Oh, thank you for joining us, you guys. Say hello. Hi, the glare. That's awesome. See, I just think it's rude that people have like these preconceived views of other channels. Like, you shouldn't do that. Make your own opinion. How about that? Like let's not have the hive mind spirit. Let's break those chains, right? Yay. So Tony is definitely a creeper, you guys. I would not leave my child near that kid. No. If he was in my kid's school or lived across the street from my kid's school, nah, homeschooling. Rest of your life. Never again. Bye. No way. No way. Absolutely not. So, yeah, I just think that she did a very poor job at explaining herself. And here's another thing. Please stop giving her excuses. Like I said, I felt like she was being fed answers this whole time. Like everybody was giving her outs. Oh, but did you mean this? Oh, yeah, I meant that. But it didn't come from Xaname, right? Like, that's not really how Xaname feels. It's how everybody else feels. So, anywho, why does she have to keep telling her life story? We get it. You're a hero. Pat on your back. Here you go. Big hug. Thank you for your service, right? What more do you want us to do, Zanny? What more do you want from that? We've all been through things. For you to be like, oh my gosh, my friend who has the biggest, worstest thing ever, and my other friend who has the worstest, biggest thing ever. And it's all very tragic, and my life has been nothing but tragedy. But here I am, strong as can be, been in the military. I'm a fighter. Mama, Exactly. We break these chains. We break these chains. We break these curses. Not today. Not me. No, thank you. Right? You can be a hero, Xanamay. Like, cool. We're all very proud of you. As I stated, they said they worked for NASA. That's not going to help. How's NASA letting you come out here on these podcasts like that? How are they just like, that's fine? They'll stop talking about us not existing or going to the moon for a little bit. Yo, if somebody connects Xanamay to flat Earth, oh my God, bro. Oh my God, please, someone do it. Oh my God, I have to make a TikTok right now, you guys. Stop it. Stop it. Let's do it. TikTok. Oh my God, Xanamay started the flat Earth. She works at NASA. It's all fake. You're losers. That's what's going on, guys. I just think that's wild. So there's also Check It TV and SF Investigates. They're like also these side characters who met there, knew each other, did some, what do you call that? Like, I don't know, hanging out. What do grown adults do? Hanging out? Okay. Yeah, there's just some wild people in this world. Yeah, and the road to hell is always paved in good intention, guys. So just consider that. And the whole PI thing, people were trying to debate whether this guy was a real PI or not. Again, I'm not going searching for that. He's a side character that I didn't really care about. You're just not that interesting, guy. Sorry. He seems so bitter too. Why are you bitter, bro? Like, are you good, bro? Maybe he needs a hug too. Some people just need a hug. Some people forget it's all good. So Xana May says she wasn't trying to grow her channel. Bullcrap. What are you doing then? Why are you doing a PR tour then, boo-boo? What is this? So yeah, what are these videos then? What are these educational videos? She had 45 subs around the time she started. She said there was a beautiful Hispanic party nearby. When they started, it sounded as if the party was nearby, but they didn't see the other party. But now we're at the point where it sounds like I guess Xana May did see the other party and was even possibly partaking in it. What? Yeah, if you haven't subbed yet, please do it. Please hit the like. I love you guys becoming a part of the Daisy Chain family. Like, it really makes my soul so happy. So she made it sound like there was another video. This is another important part. Sorry, that we should look at is that she makes it sound like there was another video before the last video, right? Like, it sounds like there's a missing video. She even states in her video about exploring the park, she relates something to a past video, which would have had to been the first video, but the first video wasn't there. So what was the first video? And then they say that they did not alter the video, but yes, you did. And we can prove that. Like, I don't know why you would deny things that we can show so simply and easily. Like, okay, though, go off. Sorry, I am getting a little sick because the king is sick. He is home today. He was napping. I don't want to hear no mom shaming in the comments. You guys know I am the best mama. Okay. I love that boy more than life itself. He's well taken care of. He's doing good. He's just a little under the weather. And now I'm under the weather because that's life being a mama. Okay, let's get back to it. I got, like I said, a little bit more. Why are you lying? Right. Why? And you guys, when people lie about small things, it's not a good thing. Oh, what's up, dude? See, Ryan, I was speaking about how, like, I'm, no offense, but I'm not going to kick your butt, like, kiss your butt. Yeah, I'm not going to kick your butt either. I'm not going to kiss your butt, right? Just not. But I'm also going to praise you when it's needed and let you know when it's not. And I commend you on doing what you have done. I think that's great. I'm not sure I know how to, like, co-stream on YouTube. But if somebody knows how, let me know. And we can just talk about it for a minute. So, yeah, let's go on about Zanny because, you guys, it's just not a good sign. If she's lying about all this little stuff, you can't keep it straight. Boo-boo, come on. Then what's going on? She seems like someone who's way too comfortable with lying like that. And she said that, yeah, there's a missing video, you guys. There has to be a missing video because she does relate in her second video about the video beforehand that wasn't there. Where is the missing video and what's in that? And why is she lying? We can prove that the video was altered, yo. Yeah, how do we, like, I wish I knew how I feel bad that I'm like, oh, participants, wait, can I do that? No way, I can do that. Okay, well, it says you're a participant. So, how about Chan? Sorry, guys. Like I said, I just know how to do these things. Yeah, I still don't know. You guys, if you know how to drop a link, let me know, because I only know it says you guys are participating. Let me see. Oh, here's another really good point. Nobody else is going to tell you. Let me tell you while Ryan is here, because I want to get like the best points out while you're here real quick. If you're a multi-language person, there is no excuse for you to be playing telephone, ma'am. There is no excuse for lost in translation because you understand translation better than most. If you speak 4 languages, please hit the like, you guys. That's impressive. Like, again, I commend her for that. But no, you get language. You understand what you're saying, and you are choosing your words accordingly. Don't give me this, language barrier. There's no barrier. You broke through that barrier, and you know language. So no. Everybody is feeding her the answers, and it's done. It's done. Like, why? Why are you feeding her these answers? You people don't even know her. Even the people calling in were like, Zanny, this is what you meant, right? Why don't you let Zanny speak for herself and answer? Because you know what will happen. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good, you guys. How did people know certain info before we knew and cops knew? How did they have that info? And how were they letting it slip past their lips with these Freudian slips, you guys? More than one occasion, there was like a few people who let that out. And as for Ikidmel, you guys, he clearly faked that call. Like, whether Ronnie was real or not, like, that I just set aside because I'm like focused on the case first and then do the side stuff, right? So I do think that Ronnie and that whole thing, I would agree with Ryan, that would have been fake. We could have called that fake. Why? Because he's not a real person calling in with actual information. He's someone that was told to call in with said information. That seems sus. That's fake to me, right? Right? So there are certain things where I'm like, why are people going so hard on you about this when you genuinely got that right? Like, how is that so? How is that so? And why are people so serious? Why is everyone from Sammy to Jagger to Kylie's mom seems so angry? There goes the king, you guys. Julian, can you give me 1 second, please? Yep, but in the other room. Yes, you can beatbox. But you have to do it in the other room, I told you, okay? Just for another minute or 2. Thank you. He's, like I said, he's under the weather. And I'm surprised he didn't just bust down the door, you guys. So why are they so mad? Kill. Take care of yourself and your families first. But thank you so much for donating. Especially you, Kale. Okay, you take care of yourself. So why are they so upset? Their baby was found. That town's baby, the town, let's call it as it is, the dang town, because you're all her mama somehow. Midsummer, you freaking weirdos. There goes the Irish. I'm like, hi, NPC show. Thank you. Oh, thank you guys for being here. That means so much. They wanted to party. They wanted to be reckless. They wanted to fight and act like grown-ups. You're going to get grown-up results. You're going to get messed up, right? I do think that something went too far. I think Sammy seems bitter. Like, she is like bitter, like lemons, like it's bitter. It's bitter. Every time I'm like, bad fruit. I just like, no, bad, like bad vibes. It's not good. It's not good, you guys. It's not good because the way that she talks about Kylie, that's not a friend. Her being like, I didn't want to ride home with her. Wait. You didn't want to ride home with her, or you couldn't ride home with her because she wasn't able to drive, like, at all. So did you not want to ride home with her? Because that sounds like selfish. That sounds entitled. That sounds like I didn't want like posh, right? Like, Miss Ma'am, you're no better than anybody. And the worst part about all this is it forgets about Kylie. And Kylie had such a light, raw talent that comes from within. And you don't see that often. Beauty that outshined them all. And they just wanted to smother that light and put it out. And that makes me so sad. Sammy could never compete. Kate could never compete. And they know that. They will never be Kylie. Ever. Like, you'll never be Kylie, dude. And that will stick with you for the rest of your life. Whatever happened, that guilt, man, that's going to grow. That's going to fester in your chest. And one day, even if it's years down the line, someone will crack. They're going to crack and they're going to speak and they're going to get off lighter than all of you, whomever is involved. I'm not pointing fingers. I got no fingers to point, right? Sponsor me, B-rated soda. Hey, NPC show, tell me how to drop a link. Because Ryan wants me to drop a link and I don't know how. And I feel really bad. And I feel silly for like not knowing that yet. Let's see. Wait. It says I can go to manage and stream, but I don't want to like, I can like my link up top. Just that? Okay. Sorry. I was like, what? How? Okay. Yeah, guys, say hi to Ryan, okay? Be nice. Like, acknowledge him. Okay? So, Zanny is book smart. But Zanny is not street smart. And that's the thing. You're not street smart, Zanny. You're not street smart. And again, multiple lingo shows advanced knowledge of language. That means you knew the words you're speaking, you know. So don't act like you don't. You do. Kylie deserves justice. And everyone, every step of the way, has failed her. Time and time again. Why'd you dye your hair, Zanny? Why'd you change the color of your light? Just curious. I'm just curious if it's no big deal. Was it so you could hang with the kids? Is it so you could fit in with the crowd? Was you like, I'm going to go to this party, better dye it up, better look good, get my nails done, get my makeup done, look 5 years younger, fit right in? Some of those kids looked like they were 20-something, 30-something. This wasn't just a kid party. There was adults there. That's for sure. Like, there's no denying that. Was Tony one of those creepy men? Was he in that crowd going, I think I'll give her a super cat? Like, what is your problem, Tony? Like, whoa. Oh my God. He's so strange, you guys. I genuinely would not trust the king with him at all. I would be like, no, dude. No. I would literally, no. Why did you change your hair? Why'd you change your hair? And this doesn't mean that I agree with everything that Ryan has said. And you guys know that. I've been very vocal about that. It doesn't mean that I'm just like, oh, yes, Creek Squad all the way, right? There's been times where I'm like, I don't think that that was appropriate, right? And I'm not afraid to be like, that's not appropriate. Oh, God. A good person corrects someone like in a friendly way. Like if you're like, hey, I just don't think this is, from my point of view, right? That's not a horrible thing. People act like that's so horrible. No, if you really care about people, you don't mind doing that. Like you would say, hey, this is what I think, And if you're correcting them and that's the answer, then they know. And if not, then you work it out, right? I don't know. People are just so like volatile these days that it's like you're either, team one side, team not, team Zanny, team not. I'm team Daisy. Okay. We're team figure this out. We're team Kylie. We're team, get it done, because there's still this injustice that's happening here, right? In front of our eyes. And I don't like this Tony dude. I wish Zanny didn't feel so defensive. Oh, thank you, NPC show. I really appreciate that. Oh, I get the best, dude. Okay. Sorry, the king is sick, so I'm getting a little stuffy. Side note, poor Zav girl, you guys. Like, I've always liked Zav girl's streams and everything. I think that she is just so sweet. Like, she is she's genuinely like, I don't know, how do you say it? I don't want to say like on the fence or like walking the line, but she does a really good job at just being herself. Like, it's, again, like Kylie, some people are just unique, authentic to themselves, in their body language and their voice and everything. It just flows because that's who they are. It's authentic to them. And Zav is authentic. Kylie is and was authentic. So Tony, there was that message. I'm not going to repeat what it says, but it is sus that while looking for a little girl, my dude, a little girl, a very talented, special beacon of hope for this world, the future needs Kylie's, and it's not okay. We need more Kylie's. We need more people like that in this world, because we're going to need that. We're going to need that music to heal people. We're going to need the art to heal people, because in about 10 to 20 years, after all that we've been through, you guys, we're going to be a wreck. Like, I am going to be the oldest, messiest grandma, right? Like, come on now. And I just, like, if you have dark humor, cool beans. Time and a place, though, right? Time and a place. I do appreciate Ryan pushing to be good to women. Obviously, as I stated earlier, he was so respectful to Zav and so respectful to Laura, who, again, I have no one way or another feelings about. I don't know them. I've only seen them because of this case. And I don't make judgments based on everybody else's views. Like, I just don't. I got to do it myself. Like, you know what I mean? I have to think from myself, because nobody's going to do it for me. And the people that do, it ain't worth listening to. So he donated, and I respect that. Like, imagine how much that made their day. Like, for some of us, we are single moms out here just hustling and trying to do our thing and trying to help others as well. And just to see something like that, that's cool. Like, that deserves respect. Okay. So I just have had an odd feeling about this town the entire time, you guys. And growing up, my house was totally haunted. I am so sensitive to things like that, right? I just can't help it. But this town is weird. It gives me the like Salem, Massachusetts vibes, like Boston. You know what I mean? Like, when there's like a spiritual hot spot and you're like, icky, right? Like, you get zapped like lightning. There's something about that place, man. And I don't know. Maybe it's tradition. Some would call it a ritual, but that's just me. Just saying. Who knows? But they stated themselves that these parties, these little club, that little thing, it's been going on. It's been going on for a while. And, there's this amazing channel Michelle walks. She walks with her 2 puppies. So cute. They're always bouncing around. She spoke about the rules of Fight Club, right? And I thought, that's smart, right? That's clever. And one of the rules, obviously, don't talk about it. But one of the rules was, if it's your first time, you have to fight. And that just hit me like a brick, you guys. It hit me like a brick. I have gotten nothing about the Kylie case. Like, no visuals, like, no, nothing popped into my head about it, like, to where, oh, this might be what happened. The only thing that I got about the entire case was one short vision of her falling and bumping her head. And I saw that when everybody was talking about Lord of the Flies and how they related it to Lord of the Flies. There's a reason for that. There's a reason exactly why it's connected to the Lord of the Flies, because there is the great hunt. Did they hunt this poor thing down? Like, that's what really kills me. What happened? I don't believe that, like, with that weird little town, that she's just fallen asleep. I just don't. Was the town connected more than just being friendly neighbors? It's totally possible. Do they have some strange beliefs? It's totally possible. Apparently, there was a group there in the 60s and even after that called the teens. What does the mom keep saying? The teens. What? Oh my gosh, you guys hit the like. Like I said, I'm going to tell you a couple things nobody's telling you. it does connect to some religious stuff, you guys. In the end, it does. And who's surprised, right? But it would make sense as to why some people have mourned already. And you can tell when someone is mourning, because that's Max, right? But if someone's mourned, well, they don't look, they don't show it, they got no concern. They're just worried about the what? The teens and their struggle. Poor Kylie, dude. Poor Kylie. The fact that her mother sang a Grateful Dead song to her daughter that she just lost, the Grateful Dead, ma'am, what? And I get it. Beautiful voice. Oh, I love that you sang. I love that you did that. But the Grateful Dead, the what? Ma'am. Talking about sleep for good, like, why couldn't you have chosen anything else? We're all hippies here, man. It's cool, man. Sure, like, peace and good vibes. I'm for that with the love and all. But what? And I get it. Like, my sister followed the Grateful Dead. I got nothing against them, you guys. I saw Cheech and Chong in concert. I saw them in person. It was amazing, okay? I got nothing against that vibe. You want to do that? Live your life, boo-boo. It's medication now, So she sang that song to her daughter. She's a great singer, and I see where Kylie got the talent from. And that is another part that just, it hits me in my heartstrings. It's like bing, 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 like a harp. Bing, 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 playing me like a harp. Where was the love? Where was the love for Kylie? Where was the care from a mother? And I'm going to say it again. Mother is God in the eyes of a child. And I could just imagine them finding Kylie and her soul being like crying out for her mama, like, why are you not here? I know I said it before, but if I was even gone for more than 2 hours and I went to the supermarket, my mother would track me down in her own vehicle, have the cops on the way already, and make sure that I was coming home. You think I'm joking? I'm not. My mother stayed up way too many nights. I just don't get it. And why is Sammy so annoyed? Why are you so annoyed, Sammy? What's wrong? What may have happened to upset you? How could you be upset as someone who you were friends with, you were such good friends with, and now they're gone and you're still mad? You're still mad. Is it because you cannot change the fact that Kylie will always be Kylie? That raw talent is what it is, right? Like that, what else is it in a teenager's mind? Yes, the mom, I know. Yes. The only sane one of the family right now sounds like Grandpa. So let's listen to Grandpa, okay? I'm going to tell you guys. And this is not joking. Like, I know we have laughter in the stream, but this is not like, I'm not trying to make a joke about this. You never leave a man behind. Just straight up. You don't do it. If you go somewhere and you're going out, and you're going with friends, you don't walk out of that place without anybody. I will keep a head count. I used to have birthday parties, okay, that were more like a festival. And you best believe there was 10 people following behind me, and I'm pulling head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I got all my girls. Let's go. Next spot. I wouldn't lose a single one of them. I got a crap ton of nieces and nephews. There's like 11 of those guys. 11 of them. Those nerds, right? Wouldn't lose a single one of them. Head count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got control of everybody, right? Like, I'm aware of where they are. That's what I mean. They're not being misplaced. They're not being left behind. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me, you guys. I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate Ryan stopping in here so much. I really do. And I appreciate everybody being able to use your discernment. I am so proud of my channel and you guys specifically, my subscribers, because you say, well, we can think for ourselves. Well, we can make up our own minds. Well, yeah, this is this and that is that. And I'm going to take a bit from here and a bit from here. And this is what works for me. And that's good. That's how it should be, right? I've got 1 or 2 more pages to go, guys. And then I'll let you go because, man, I've been gabbing your ear off for over an hour already. And I was trying to make it quick. I'm so sorry. Okay. Hey, Axolotl. The axolotl is like, he's so funny. Silly axolotl. Yeah, listen to the grandpa. Don't ever leave a friend behind. Ever. And Kylie's mom seemed like the type that would have picked her up too. That's why I'm questioning this. Please hit the like. Thank you so much. Why didn't the mom go get her? Like, if I called my mama and I was like, Mama, I was dishonest. I'm at a party. My bad. I need you. You best believe my mama would be like, baby, stay put. Don't move. Stay safe. Grab something to protect yourself with, and I'll be right there in under 5 minutes. Under 5 minutes. I could be an hour away. Boom. Mama's at your door. Yeah, I wish my mom was here right now, you guys, so I could be like, Mama, come talk about how you would come get me. She would come get me. You best believe it. You best believe it. One time I didn't even tell her. Where I was. And she showed up at that friend's house like, wasn't you supposed to be at your other friend's house? Get in the car. And I was like, dang, 17 years old. How did she know? Mama always knows. Mama will always find out. At least, yeah, most mamas would. I know. I think of us like that too. I love the Daisy family. I really do. You guys, I know. How could Andy do this? How could Popcorn Planet go in there, flying by the pants of his seat, thinking that he's got this? He was way unprepared. He should have done more research, and it looked really bad. It opened Sandy up to more criticism, and honestly, it only made things worse. So I just don't know how her mother was able to stand near those the teens, right? I don't know how her mother was able to stand near them. I wonder what Kylie's home life was like. Why was Jagger so sus? Why is he so mad at AWP? Why is he going on and on about Kylie and then cuddling with Kate? Like, bruh, whoa, yeesh. Ugh. What are you doing, bro? What is really sad is they will no longer have that beacon of light in their lives anymore. Like, again, you will never be Kylie, like any of them, Sammy, whomever else. Like, there's no, it's like a snowflake. That was a special, unique snowflake that nobody will ever be able to recreate. So for anyone who's involved, you must really be feeling the pain. And if you don't, that's even worse. But for some of you, any of you, anyone, not pointing fingers again, but if that pain isn't there now, it will be. You will feel that pain. That's forever. It won't go away. It will only get worse. And it will sit in your chest. It will. And one of you, eventually, even if it's years, you will break. And whomever is involved, it's going to get weird, right? Like, I really think Popcorn Planet should have pushed the brakes. It was not wise to not allow Ryan to speak as well. It looked so bad. Sure, let Zany speak. I'm sure Ryan would have been fine with that. Let her speak first. Let her get it all out for chest. But there are things that he could have asked that nobody else could have asked. There are things that he's looked into, that his people have looked into, that nobody else even knows about yet, you guys. That's facts. They're keeping a couple of things hidden, and that's fine. That's actually a good thing to do, right? That's a proper investigation. And people can be all butthurt because he said, oh, this and that. But he's speculating again, like the rest of us. He might have just done it in his own way. At first, I'm going to be honest, I didn't know. Who Ryan was. But the more I saw, the more videos I watched, the little biography about him, and me having lived in West Virginia, I can just see, oh, he's one of those boys. Like, that's cool. Like, he seems like he genuinely could be a very good person. Like, the kind deeds that he's done, you can't take that away from him, right? And he doesn't even have to say anything about it. He just does it and doesn't even say anything about it. Zanny has to tell you every little thing, because there's that victim card. I am a woman. I am a victim. And you need to feel bad for me, right? You need to appreciate that I am a struggler. That's so sad, Zany, because one day you could be the hero. You could be. So unfortunate, though, dude. It's so unfortunate to watch people just implode. But I did say, if ever I go in an interesting way, I do hope it's spontaneous combustion. Okay, one more page, you guys. I'm sorry. Here we go. So, yeah, I can see why people would be intimidated by Kylie. I can see why people would want to be the center of attention, and it would be hard if Kylie was around. She was so smart. Everyone said that. Everything about her was effortless. Everybody said that. She was so talented. She was the first to jump up to help somebody. And I genuinely believe, even afterwards, even after what happened, even if you believe in the spirit world or not, they would still be trying to help people in the afterlife, being like, oh, I'm not sure where I'm at right now, but I'm still helping others get to where they need to go, because that's a good person. I could totally see that. And what are the rest doing? They're partying. Oh my gosh, Sammy Smith, what are you doing? And Jagger, apparently, I don't know if this DUI thing is true or not. Apparently, he has DUI. That was brought up. Sammy Smith is showing pictures of her drinking at other parties the next weekend. That's not mourning. It's not mourning. What's done is done. And what's done in the dark will be brought to the light. Xanamay, we can show that you changed certain things. We can show that these things don't add up. We can show where you have not been honest. I just don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know what your end goal is. I don't know what you guys are doing. And it's just so unfortunate because you are part of the reason. You, Xanamay. You, Ronnie, and it can melt. It's not Ryan, you guys. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, it's ryanupchurch. It's all his fault. No, it is their fault. Do I believe that it can melt and Xanamay and what's their butt, Tony Dodge? Do I believe that they did something to this person? No, but I do believe they're sketchy. AF. And I know that you guys get that. I know that that's what you took from it, right? Like, I have a good idea that that's what you took from it, is that they're obviously sketch. And that's okay. We can say that, right? Like, I have the ability to say that with my mouth whole. And I did. You're sketchy, you know? People got that feeling about you. You got that aura of pushing people away, right? Like, some people just repel you. Even people like you want to get to know, you think they could be a good person. No, they just repel you. Their aura is like, nah, you don't want to deal with me. One of those people. Seems like one of those people, right? So, and it shows that you can change the date on certain phones. And I know that because you can do it on my Switch. That's how I knew. I was like, wait, you can change the date just in case. Or like on my watch. You can do that in case an emergency or something happens, right? Listen, I want to end it on just a couple of things real quick, okay? The mother didn't search at all. Oh my gosh, I could not, you guys. The king. Oh my gosh. And like I said about my mama, you know, my mom would be coming from left field, full speed. It would be a drop kick, roundhouse kick to my face. Get your booty in that car and let's go home. And I'd be like, I deserve that. Let's go home. Thank you, mama. I'm an idiot. And then I would cry because I knew I was an idiot for doing stupid things, like trying to hang out. You know, people I shouldn't. You best believe mama always knew. Best believe it. I love you, mom. So I just know mama should have searched. Where were you, mama? Where were you? That's your baby, dude. That's your baby. Whew. And her poor brother. Her poor brother. To have those people in his home, in his safe space, in his comfort zone. These people that they can't fully trust, people that she's not even willing to look at right now. Obviously, she ain't ready. She ain't ready. to accept what could be. She ain't ready to even like consider it. They're in your home, dude. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is bad? It just is. Sorry. Do you think that it could be a religious thing? Do you think that this could be a genuine ritual? Kylie seems like the type to believe in purity and being a senior in 16. It really upsets me. Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. And I can see them being like, she's so talented, da da da. What a nice, worthy gift to hand over. That's what they think. Sorry. They think this is something special as a gift that they're giving over. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, there's genuinely people out there that are like that. So even if you guys don't agree with that in this situation, do know it does happen. It has happened. That's America, right? Right, Lewis? America. People came here for what? So they can say words. Yeah. Freedom. Did you mean freedom? Is that what you meant? The freedom to think for yourself. The freedom, you know? The freedom. That's what you meant, I think. I think that's what you meant. And I'm not trying to be rude. Again, you guys, I don't dislike anybody. I really don't. I really don't. I don't have it in me heart. I don't. I ain't got time for that. Busy as it is, you know? The king. He's a wild one. It's fun. But he keeps me busy. So oh guys, this is so tragic. My heart really goes out to Kylie. I think that she was something special. I know that she was something special. And I think that there are some people out there who are really really okay with giving away that talent and gifts. And that makes me sad. Yeah, I know, right? What is it called? Moloch? Moloch. Is that why you said bull poop? Is that why? Zanny? Is that why? Because you like Moloch. Do you know who Aleister Crowley's mom is? Do you guys know? It's said to be Barbara Bush. I'll leave you with that. Listen, you guys. I just want to first thank you, Cal, again. Always take care of yourselves and your families first, but thank you so much for donating. It really means a lot to me. Thank you to my members. You are the call that makes this train roll, and I genuinely could not do it without you. The king is singing. I was going to let him keep singing. You know the drill. Stay awake, stay aware, stay well. And thank you guys so much for being here. You know what I got to do? I got to go take care of the little mini me. Yeah, he's turned into a zombie. He's like all stuffly, like, mama. Okay, guys, check out my Twitch. DameDaisy plays, because I do, and sometimes I win. Check out my TikTok, which is now my biggest platform somehow. Yay! I don't know. modmaggieart. And Insta, Twitter, Snap, and everything else is DameVonBonDaisy. So check me out there. Much respect, to the people keeping it 100 genuinely, because then you don't have to fear what you're saying to people. Okay. Stay awake, stay aware, and stay well. And tell your loved ones you love them. You don't need an excuse, right? Now's the time. Stay safe, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.